JagranTours.com brings for its readers, which will be of immense help for their preparations. Current Affairs Headlines. Logistic Performance Index (LPI) 2016 released by World Bank. National Mineral Exploration Policy unveiled by Narendra Singh Tomar. India's first commercial court and disputes resolution center inaugurated in Chattisgarh. B-Sai Praneeth wins 2016 Canada Open Grand Prix Badminton Men's Singles title. Jawaharlal Nehru Port becomes India's first port to implement logistics data tagging of containers. Madhav Dhikane took over as Director of ISRO Inertial Systems Unit. Javeline thrower Annu Rani sets national record at National Interstate Athletics Championships. Former French Prime Minister Michel dies. New Tarantula species named after Nobel laureate Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Shankaracharya Committee formed to examine desirability and feasibility of new financial year. US sanctions North Korean leader Kim Jong-un for human rights abuses. Rajasthan becomes first state to introduce minimum wages for part-time workers. Supreme Court appointed Green Panel recommends high pollution cess of 20 to 22% on diesel vehicles. Dipa Karmakar named world-class gymnast by International Gymnastics Federation. India ranks 91 in Network Readiness Index 2016. Current Affairs in detail. Logistic Performance Index (LPI) 2016 released by World Bank. It was titled as Connecting to Compete 2016 Trade Logistics in the Global Economy. 2016 allows for comparisons across 160 countries. LPI is a tool that helps countries to identify the challenges and opportunities they face. Germany tops the 2016 rankings and is followed by Luxembourg, Sweden, Netherlands, Singapore. India's ranking jumped from 54 in 2014 to 35 in 2016. National Mineral Exploration Policy unveiled by Narendra Singh Tomar. It was released at National Conclave on Mines and Minerals at Raipur, Chattisgarh. It was unveiled to adopt comprehensive exploration of non-fuel and non-coal mineral resources. It aims to bring together knowledge and experience, modern technology, trained manpower on a collaborative platform. Its objective is to set in motion a massive process for mineral exploration to boost economy. It prescribes for incentivizing the participation of private companies in exploration. India's first commercial court and disputes resolution center inaugurated in Chattisgarh. It was launched by Chattisgarh Chief Minister Dr. Raman and Justice Madan B. Lokur. The court also consists of arbitration center and a mediation center. Facilities available include video conferencing, e-court, e-library, e-filing, and e-summons. These facilities will facilitate the investors in their commercial dealings. The court will help in improving the judicial system. B-Sai Praneeth wins 2016 Canada Open Grand Prix Badminton Men's Singles title. Praneeth defeated Lee Hyun-2 of Korea 21-12, 21-10. Manu Atri and B. Sumit Reddy grabbed men's doubles title at the tournament. Atri and Reddy defeated Adrian Liu and Troby NG 21-8, 21-14 in a lopsided final. Pair of Atri and Reddy is the first Indian men's double pair to qualify for the Rio Olympics. Jawaharlal Nehru Port becomes India's first port to implement logistics data tagging of containers. The implementation will help importers-exporters track their goods in transit. A radio frequency identification tag will be attached to each container. The containers will be tracked through RIFD readers installed at different locations. This will provide the visibility and transparency of the EXIM container movement. Madhav Dekane took over as Director of ISRO Inertial Systems Unit. Madhav Dekane is the 7th Director of ISRO Inertial Systems Unit. He holds wide experience in launch vehicle control and guidance design, onboard software development, etc. The ISRO Inertial Systems Unit is a research and development unit of the ISRO. It specializes in inertial centers and systems in satellite technology. Javelin thrower Annu Rani sets the national record at National Interstate Athletics Championships. Annu Rani bettered her national record with a 59.87 meter throw. Suman Devi logged 55.8 meters to bag the second place in the tournament. Haryana's Sharmila Kumari finished third with 53.8 meter throw. The 56th National Interstate Senior Athletics Championships was held in Hyderabad. Former French Prime Minister Michel Rocard dies. Michel Rocard served as the Prime Minister of France from 1988 to 1991. He served as Prime Minister under President Francois Mitterrand. He served as the Minister of Territorial Development and Minister of Planning from 1981 to 1983. New Tarantula species named after Nobel laureate Gabriel Garcia Marquez. The species was discovered in an isolated mountain range in Caribbean Colombia. Its defense mechanism includes releasing stinging hairs that dig into predators' eyes and people's skin. Cancuamo refers to the indigenous people of the Chibcha family from the Caribbean region of Colombia. It was named after Marquez as a homage to the country where it was found. Marquez, a Colombian novelist, won 1982 Nobel Prize in Literature. Shankaracharya Committee formed to examine desirability and feasibility of new financial year. The 4-member committee has been asked to submit its reports by 31st December 2016. It will examine the merits and demerits of various dates for the commencement of financial year. It will take into account the genesis, suitability of financial year from point of view of correct estimation of receipts and expenditure of central and state governments. In case the committee decides to recommend a change in the financial year, it will also work out the modalities for effecting the change. US sanctions North Korean leader Kim Jong-un for human rights abuses. It was sanctioned by the US Department of the Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control. This is the first time that US has sanctioned North Korean leader over human rights abuses. It also sanctioned 10 other individuals and 5 entities of North Korea. They were sanctioned under the North Korea Sanctions and Policy Enhancement Act of 2016. Measures freeze any property the individuals have in the US. Rajasthan becomes first state to introduce minimum wages for part-time workers. A notification to the effect was issued by the Labour Department of Rajasthan. With the notification, part-time workers now come under Minimum Wages Act 1948. Now people working less than 4 hours a day will be paid 50% of the prescribed day minimum wage. The Minimum Wages Act 1948 sets the minimum wages that must be paid to skilled and unskilled labourers. The Act is legally non-binding but statutory. Supreme Court appointed Green Panel recommends high pollution cess of 20 to 22% on diesel vehicles. ECC of 10% of the vehicle's cost be imposed on diesel cars with engines up to 1200 cc. ECC of 20% tax will be imposed on diesel vehicles with engines smaller than 1500 cc in size. It recommended a cess of 22% on vehicles with engines over 1500 cc. It also recommended high pollution cess of up to 25% on cost of diesel cars above 2000 cc. EPCA is a Supreme Court appointed Green Panel for Delhi National Capital Region. Dipa Karmakar named World Class Gymnast by International Gymnastics Federation. With this, she also became the first ever Indian gymnast to receive the honour. She is an Indian artistic gymnast from Agartala, Tripura, She's the first woman in the gymnast history to land the Protonova, one of the most dangerous vaults. She won 10 gold medals at 2 national games. She received the Arjuna Award in August 2015. India ranks 91 in Network Readiness Index 2016. The index was released as a part of the WEF's Global Information Technology Report 2016. Singapore leads the index, followed by Finland, Sweden, Norway, and the United States. India, 91st, was ranked the lowest among the BRICS countries. Europe remains the technology frontier. 7 of the top 10 NRI countries are European. Malaysia leads the emerging Asian economies in 2016 and moves up 1 spot to 31st position overall. For more on current affairs, log on to jagranjosh.com.